Hey, good afternoon. This is Cheryl P. coming to you on day number 61 of Time to Live My Purpose Journey. If you are just joining me for the first time, I want to say welcome. And if you are tuning back into me again today, I just want to say thanks for stopping by. I'm so glad you're here. Today is Sunday, and it is an absolutely beautiful, glorious day. And I hope that everyone is out there enjoying the weather today, just soaking up the sun. This is summer. We should be out enjoying ourselves, having fun with our friends and family, as well as sticking to what we are called to do, walking in our purpose and living the life of our dreams. Now, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am an author, a speaker, and an inner love coach, and I work with young girls and women who are faced with life traumatic situations. They are nurtured and supported, resulting in personal abundant growth and transformation through my live events, online courses, and premier coaching. Now, I was not always doing this, and today I want to talk to you about the storms of life. For me, my storm, the biggest storm I've ever experienced in my life, was losing my mother and grandmother 2 weeks apart. And I want to tell you this, storms are going to come always. And it is okay to break down. It is okay to cry. It is okay to fall into a depression, to really question everything, to be angry at your loved ones, to be angry at God. I mean, that's just a natural reaction. And I want to tell you, when storms come, like I said again, we can fall apart. We are not perfect. We will never be perfect. But a lot of times in the storm is when we discover who we are, our purpose, and what we're made of. So what I'm trying to say to you today is this. No matter what, it could be illness, it could be job, it could be finances, it could be relationships, it could be children, it could be a loss of a loved one. It could just be you going through different changes within yourself, really trying to figure out who you are. But the storms of life are natural. They're always going to come, and you are never prepared for a storm. But what I want to do is share this with you. When the storms of life come, this is what I want you to concentrate on and always remember, that it is important to have a relationship with God. It is important to have communication with Him. So when storms come and when we feel like we can't make it, when we feel like just giving up, pray to God and say, God, I cannot do this. I need you. You got to get me through this storm. You got to show me how to get back up and be able to walk and feel good about myself, but about life in general. And I'm telling you, God will help you. He will carry you. He will make you see the good in yourself, the good in Him, and what you really need to do next. And I'm just saying that from experience. I mean, I tell you this, I didn't know who I was anymore. I lost sight of myself. And then through that storm, I realized that I was not really being authentically me for many, many years. And I'm so thankful, even though I lost my mother and grandmother, I'm telling you, that does not ever go away. That pain, that love, all the memories, none of that goes away. But if it wasn't for that situation, I would not be here today. I am better. I'm more stronger. I am me. And whoever doesn't like me, whoever doesn't like this new person I've become, and it's just like, you know what? I don't care. And as the older you get and the more storms you go through, it matures you. And it's not about what other people think or say about you. It's about how you feel about you. It is about how God sees you. That's all that matters. And the people that are around you, if they are truly your friends, truly love you, then they will stay there. If not, let them go. But the storms happen for a reason, to teach us a lesson, to get us to move from one place to another. Because sometimes we hear God and we ignore Him, and God says, you know what? Okay, I tried to get your attention in this area. You didn't hear me. So I'm going to have to get your attention in the next area. And if you believe that there will never be storms in your life, if you believe that you're going to go through life with being not scarred or abused or hurt, something's the matter. Because if you look at Jesus's life, I want to talk about that really quickly. Jesus knew what His purpose was. He came here to save us, to give us eternal life. But he knew what was the process. He knew he was going to be tempted 40 days and 40 nights. He knew that he would be betrayed, that Judas would betray him, but he also knew that his disciple Peter was going to deny him. Did it make him feel good? Did Jesus weep? Yes, he did. Did he cry? Was he hurt? Yes. So everything that we go through, it's in the Bible. Everything that we experience, the Bible is basically the answer. You know what I want to say? We can go there, we can find out what we're going through, and we can see other people in the Bible have gone through the storms and how they rose from the storm. And I tell you, think about it. Every single person that rose out of that storm had a relationship with God. They sought God. They prayed. So when you are going through the storm of life, fall down, cry, have your pity party. Yes. I'm telling you, you have to. You have to let all of that hurt, all of that pain, all of that anger out. And once you have released it, seek God's face. Ask him to help you get through this storm and ask him, what do you want me to get out of this storm and what should I do next? This has been Cheryl Peavy on day number 61 of Time to Live My Purpose Journey about the storms of life. And I'm going to give you some quick quotes to help you get through the storms of life, but also to realize what the storms of life really mean when we go through them. I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. When you let God into your life, the storms of life may rise, but you will not be shaken. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. The storms of life may be raging all around you, but God is always there to bring you through. Embrace life's storms. They're a part of the journey too. And lastly, you will not be the same. After the storms of life, you will be stronger, wiser, and more alive than ever before. Now, I really love this one. You will not be the same after the storms of life. You will be stronger, wiser, and more alive than ever before. And I tell you, this quote is exactly how I came up out of the storm of losing my mother and grandmother. I'm telling you, I came back stronger, I came back wiser, and I'm more alive than I've ever been before. I found out who I am. I found out my purpose. As I get older and mature, there's things that I do not allow into my space, into my life, into my mind, because it's not about what people say. It's about how you carry yourself. It's about how you live your life. It's about God saying, this is your purpose. You need to fulfill your purpose. You need to impact the world. You need to make a difference. You need to be a blessing. That is what we're called to do. And in the interim of all that, and we're walking in what we're supposed to do, we will experience the other joys of life. You know, relationships, friendships, just being happy. But first, tend to what you're supposed to do first. And that is what your purpose is and what God has called you to do. And you can weather any storm that is presented to you. Thanks again. This has been Cheryl Peavy. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on day number 62. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.